On page 2, I'm going to show how to do the last two problems for dispersion. So for number 6, it says the mean of these numbers is 33, and they give us 7 numbers, but one of them they just give us x. They don't tell us exactly what number that is. It says to find the value of x, and the only thing we know about this distribution, besides 6 out of the 7 numbers, is that the mean is 33. So we are going to use the way we know how to calculate the mean to figure out what x is. We know that to calculate the mean, what you do is you add up all these numbers and then you divide by the number of numbers. The number of these numbers is 7, right? There's 7 numbers. So if we take 16 plus 41 plus 24 plus 62 plus 18 plus 25 plus x, and we divide all that by 7, then that will give us the mean of 33. Now we can just use algebra to solve for x here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to multiply both sides by 7. And that would give us, all the stuff that's in the parentheses. We won't rewrite it here. And then we'll have 33 times 7. Okay, so now we have everything in the parentheses equals 33 times 7. 33 times 7 is actually equal to 231 if we do that on our calculator. So the right side is 231. On the left side, how about if we combine all these numbers that we do know? That would give us a total of 186 plus x. So now it's quite a simple problem. Now we just subtract 186 from both sides, and that will give us 45 for the right side, and that will give us x for the left side. So now we know that the value of x is 45. Calculate the standard deviation. Okay, now that we know what x is, the rest of it becomes quite simple. We could just use stat edit. And just for convenience, I've already put in all the numbers except for the 45. So I'm just going to come down here and enter the 45. And then we're going to use stat calc, 1 bar stats. I think I put it in L1. And then we'll check all these. So we're looking for the standard deviation. So sigma x is equal to 15.6. So that would be 15.6. And then we're looking for the range. The range, remember, is the max minus the min. So we scroll down. The max minus min would be 62 minus 16. 62 minus 16, which is equal to 46. Then we want to find the IQR. Remember, the IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1, which would be 45 minus 18, which is equal to 27. Okay, so the only hard part of this was figuring out what x would be equal to. Now let's say that you're not so good at algebra and you don't want to do this. Well, just remember that as long as you set this up, you're going to get most of the points. So go ahead and set it up. The other thing is you can, in this case, find the number by guessing. Let's say that you put in all the numbers except for 45 in here. Okay, let's say that you didn't know it was 45. So let's say, okay, I know it's a number that's close to these numbers. How about if I guess 30? Okay, and then I would say, okay, I'm going to put in all these numbers, 16, 41, 24, 62, 18, 25, and then I'm going to guess that this is 30. You're not going to be right, but you just do that for a first guess. And then you do 1-bar stats, and you do list L1, and then you calculate, and then it'll tell you that the mean is 30.857, but the mean you're shooting for is 33. So obviously the number 30 that you put in was too small. So now you go back and you do stat edit, and then you can change your guess from 30 to something bigger to try to make it bigger. And then you put 40, for example. And then you do stat calc again, and then let's see what we get. We're a little closer. Now we're at 32.285. And what we wanted was 33. So now we're quite close. Now let's put on the brakes. Instead of adding 10, how about if we just add 5? And this is something that you can do sometimes in math studies, because a lot of times the answer that they're looking for is a whole number, and that makes it quite a bit easier to guess the answer. You don't have to use algebra. And what do you know? We got it on the third guess. Okay? It helped that I knew what it was too, but okay. Let's move on to the next one. Number 7. 80 plants were measured and their heights, correct to the nearest centimeter, recorded in the table. Write down the value of m, find the mean height, find the standard deviation, find the IQR. Okay, this is similar to the things that we've done before, except for what is m? Okay, now it looks like, well, m could be anything, but don't forget that in the first line they do tell us that there are 80 plants measured. So that means that the frequency, which is the total number, all the plants, needs to add up to 80. So if we do add up all the numbers besides m, this one, all of them except for m, if we add those up in our calculator, we'll find out that they add up to 71. So basically 71 plus m is equal to 80. So we don't even need to use algebra to figure out that m is equal to 9, right? So let's put 9 here. And now we can enter this data into L1 and L2 of StatEdit. So you can see here I've put in the data in the left and the frequencies on the right into StatEdit. And now to find the standard deviation and the mean, I just need to go to StatCalc, 1-bar stats, L1, L2, calculate. And the mean height is 12.675. I could round that to 12.7. Standard deviation would be sigma x, 1.49. And the IQR would be Q3 minus Q1. We just scroll down to find Q3 and Q1. Q3 is 14, Q1 is 12. So it would be 14 minus 12 equals 2. And that's it.